Okay guys, here's a lesson on Cold Rain and Snow. I've got a gig coming up February 3rd that I'm excited about. New concept. It's called Dead Spread. And about 8 musicians, we're going to get together and we're going to do a Grateful Dead set. And then we're going to take a break. Then we're going to do a widespread set. And then we're going to do an encore where we mix it up a little bit. It's at Trebiche in Blue Mountain Beach on February 3rd. If you're in the area, in the panhandle of Florida, come check us out. Going to be a lot of fun. $10 a ticket. But I was working on Cold Rain and Snow and looking at the lessons and everything. I thought I could add a little bit here. But okay, that intro. Then it's going to do some of that, and then that right there will get you through this song solo and all. So based on the version I saw. So anyway, we're going to start and break this thing down. So the first little thing is, let's start with that. E string twice. You can go back and forth with your right hand if you want, or just straight down if you want. And then we're gonna go to the 3rd fret with the pointer finger, pull off, and then resolve. And then slide down to the E string on the 5th fret, all right? And then we're gonna start working with our pointer finger, that A string on the 5th fret. And I'm doing some kind of, you can kind of work it from the, sometimes it works from the G string on the 5th, which is, but I'm getting a little, and all I'm doing there is I'm just muting by barely touching the E string. You know, kind of, I'm actually kind of putting all my fingers like this. Okay, real slow. And that's just all working that A string on the 5th fret. And then we're going to slide up from the E string on the 5th to 3rd to open. And then we're going to hammer down on the D string 2nd fret. So we'll start with that. I'm doing it kind of, if you see Jerry do it, he's kind of working an E chord once he gets here. And then after we resolve, okay, we're resolving on that D string 2nd fret. And pulling off then after the resolve. And then resolving again on the A string 2nd fret. And then open A. So that's A, open, E 3rd fret, which is a G note, and then end it on that E, real slow, one more time. then it holds an E chord on the third one. And kind of, he's strumming an E chord there. If you watch that video I'm talking about, you'll see. And then, okay, once we get there, then we're going to go to a D bar chord. Now, if you watch Jerry Garcia, he plays his bar chord with his pinky. If you don't have the pinky working, you can do your standard bar chord there. It's a standard D bar chord. But for the sake of respect to Jerry, we're going to... I just think if you watch these guys and see their fingering and you copy, you're going to have a better chance of picking up their tone or what they're doing. So I try to... I mean, you could even just do a D, then to an E. So that part, it goes, you know, it holds this D. Okay, now here, the song changes, but the chord doesn't change. So it kind of starts over, and sometimes you might get confused and want to change chords, but you can do a chord change, but what you're going to do is just change the phrasing of the chord. This is that E bar chord, rain and snow. Sorry, I'm a horrible singer. I've told you all that, but just to show you where I am. Okay, so that kind of helps me too when I'm playing this. When I know, I feel like I need to go to a different chord, but so I just go to the open phrasing, and that's what Jerry does throughout the song. That's a D. And then he goes back to the bar chords, D. Out in the cold rain. Snow, E. Or here, okay? That's pretty easy. You should be able to pick up the song and figure out that. But I'm going to tell you, it'll help you if when you go to that E and you're supposed to, and the song kind of changes up, snow, and you go to that kind of chorus, switch from the E down here to the E up here, and it'll help you. And it's what Jerry does. It changes the dynamics a little bit, okay? So, and then after that, it's going to go back to... And go through that again, okay? And then another verse. And then there's this cool little solo thing he does. It took me a little bit to work out, but... some of that. And then it maybe kind of goes through and he does a few different things there, but I think if you get this, you could just run through that and then, jam in that pentatonic there. But that was kind of the hook, you know what I mean? And then you can do your other stuff, but I think this is really cool. And basically, let's work on that. So we're going to start with the pointer finger on the D string on the 9th fret. And we're going to hammer down with the ring finger to the 11th fret. And then we're going to go to the G string and do the same thing. Pardon me. Okay, so work on that. And then we're going to take our birdie finger to the 10th fret on the B string. And we're going to pull off to the 9th fret B string. And then we're going to lightly, and not emphasize, but lightly hit the ring finger on the 11th fret G. 3 times. Okay, so... Now that next part, after it does the first thing 3 times, it does that twice, and that's going to be your B string, 10th to 12th, hammer down, pull it. and then you're going to resolve with your birdie finger on the G string 11th. My bad, it does that 3 times, so. No, it's twice. It is twice. So. Then that next portion is we're going to the D string 7th, hammering down to the D string 9th to 11th, then go to the G string 9th to 11th, and then resolve on the G string 9th. Then one more quick little deal where it does just the 3 on it, and that's just again on the D string 9th to 11th, and then on the 9th real quick on the G string. Then the next part. Okay, just make sure I'm telling you that right. So now we're on the D string on the 7th going to the 9th. Pointer to ring finger. And then resolving on the G string 7th. Alright? And then that's gonna, on that 3rd time around, you're gonna be on the G string, and you're gonna be on the 7th to 9th. Hammer on pull off, and then hammer down, and then go to the B string on the 7th, and then resolve on the G string 9th, and then there's a little one of those, which is the B string 10th to 9th. All right, one more time. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoy this lesson. And again, if you're in the Panhandle on February 3rd, come to the show. Y'all have a great one. Thank you.